currently, well, they finished third in Hong Kong last week, currently on the series table. As we look at the referee for this one, Sam Grove-White of Scotland, the Aussies are currently in 6th place on the overall circuit. England third on the table, having dropped a place last week. And the kickoff goes straight to Harry Glover, just outside the 22, and away it comes from Charlie Hayter. Some very familiar names like this man in the England team. But a bit of swarming play by Australia and a very good tackle by Simon Kennewell, who's been one of their stars here in Singapore. The number 2 for England has gone pretty well too, Charlie Hayter. There's Glover, Harry Glover, away from Will Edwards now. Beautiful work through Will Glover. Rodwell. Very good play by England, Charlie Hayter. We know how secure he is. Wide out to Phil Burgess, but it bounced in front of him, and it's gone to his opposite captain, John Porch, and Liam McNamara. They lost forward.
Has indeed, nearly 1.5 minutes of out-and-out width of play there, just trying to work out where the best space to attack is. Expect to see a lot of that high action. I've been so impressed with this Australian team. They have come into this tournament not caring who is against them, and this man typifies it. Just his 7th tournament, but they all play with such maturity, such excitement. I guess you get that through enthusiasm, and they have got serious fitness levels. This England team are going to have to work very hard to break down this Australian team.
Ball in from Will Edwards. Watched closely by McNamara. Narrow side. It's Harry Glover again, number 13. His brother is 11. 11 and 13 are the Glover brothers. And there is Phil Burgess. Edwards again. Hayter. Burgess. Rodwell. Glover. Here's Harry. Australia just fanning out in defence. Making a good line. There's Henry Hutchinson up there, number 1. And going across is Charlie Taylor. But break out, break through. Try coming. Callum Circa.
Well, he's certainly up for that one, isn't he? What a finish from the strongman out wide. He's known for his pace circuit, done wonders on the school 7 circuit, believe it or not, but to come here is a different environment completely, same outcome. Watch when he puts it down, the emotion on his face as he bats his chest. Massive moment for these young men to be representing their country. And he takes a little cheeky glance at himself on the big screen on the way.
He did indeed. You mentioned the other day, as we watched the conversion attempt coming in from Will Edwards, you mentioned the other day about the birth dates of these young guys. Here's a guy born on New Year's Day 1998, and so he's only still a teenager. England 7, Australia 0. Remember, Australia took a thumping in their semi-final against USA in the Cup Series. They want to get some rhythm going real soon. They've got some great runners in the Aussies. They started a bit slowly in this tournament. They've got a win against Samoa, 19-12. Then won over Kenya, which is a slightly better score. And then won over Argentina. Then they beat South Africa. This team beat South Africa, and that's no mean feat. They're waiting for the whistle to blow there. Rodwell. Hayter. Edwards. Young man Circa. Callum Circa, name to be kept in mind. Up advantage offside, says Sam Grove-White. And you heard the referee pointing to the mark. Might be a little, what you might call unsympathetic refereeing, but Rodwell didn't take it from the mark that he was pointing to.
As he gives the referee a little cheeky smile there. He knows his laws, James Rodwell. I'm very surprised he got it slightly off mark. He's normally on the millimetre precision.
Well, he was in under the post untouched, wasn't he? If he got it just to his left and right, there's some fast hands again by England. And Circa is really looking sharp. Does he shave? Let's have a look.
Not sure about shaving, but he certainly does. Blast round some of the more notable players in training. Known for running around Dan Norton, which is a fact I love to keep stating. And that puts a bit of pressure on the young man. You know, if you're going to try and replace the likes of Dan Norton and even Tom Bowen, you've got to make sure you have got the pace.
Mind you, it's very trendy not to shave now. I just look around some of the commentators and the broadcast team this weekend. Very hirsute. But here comes Australia. Now, first chance to look at Henry Hutchinson. Now McNamara. They've got some great ones out wide. Look at this guy go. Taylor! McNamara. Yes! Length of the field stuff for the Aussies. They're in this all right. Liam McNamara.
This is what typifies this Australian team. I mentioned they've not got out-and-out electric pace, but they've got a lot of fast players. Now what that does is create opportunity. Taylor not quite managing around the outside of Circa, but keeps the ball alive. Lovely line. You can see there Will Edwards trying to cover, as was Harry Glover there. But a wonderful line running back at the ball. If you're an attacking player and your support line is like an arrowhead back at the ball, it is so difficult to stop you.
Conversion comfortably over 7-all. I don't want to get offside with a whole lot of our viewers down in Australia, but some of these runners come to the 7th circuit and they're kind of like unknown to the outside world, but they play their way into the action real quick. I'm thinking really of in last year, Henry Hutchinson, and then guys like Tom Kingston and Lockie Anderson, and then Charlie Taylor, and referees getting involved in a little dance there, little Barnes dance, and it's a penalty to England right on half-time.
It's an interesting point you make there, Keith, because in some ways the fact they've lost Stannard and they've lost Jenkins, it puts a lot of pressure on these young players, but they're going to be so much better for it. You hear coaches often putting spin on it, but it's very much a case of these players stepping up. They have been sensational this weekend.
I did mention Lockie Anderson, didn't I? He's been so good in the last 2 tournaments and a couple ones earlier than that. And Circa looks like he's going to make a name for himself too. McNamara. Oh, good shot. Bullet pass to Anderson. And it's a chance for the Aussies to get the lead. Taken by Taylor. Floating the ball wide to Hutchinson. The best finisher on the field, you might say. And one of the best this season. Henry Hutchinson puts the Aussies in the lead at the half-time hooter.
Hutchinson does the damage, but what about that pass from Porch? Look at it float through the Singapore sky. 25-yard right-hand pass on the fly. Easy for Hutchinson when you're getting absolute quality on a plate like that.
Yes, you could see the night stars on it, couldn't you? Against the skylight here in the beautiful evening. Warm temperature, not a great kick by Port, but that doesn't matter. 2 good confidence-building tries by the Aussies, and they lead at half-time by 12-7 over England. This is the bronze
there. They've got a real sense of unity, and I like that. They fight for each other, they're very dogged, and that's a lethal combination.
So 7 minutes to play. Away they go. Tom Bowen's onto the field for England in the half-time break. And so here's Rory McConaughey. Again, a fine performer in the England team. Picked up on the half volley nicely. Burgess, Rodwell. And again, Bowen well marked by Simon Kennewell. Another of these young Aussies who are really making their mark. They haven't come up the table so much, but they're improving every outing. And wave upon wave of England attack coming at them. And they seem secure at the moment. There's Rory and McConaughey. Away it comes from Callum Circa, the try scorer. Rodwell. Bowen. Halfway line. Bring it forwards, Will Edwards. He's through. That is the break. And they're going to run one in. They probed and probed, and the try came. And happiness says Harry Glover.
What a great moment there. You're seeing two students, believe it or not necessarily full-time rugby players, but with the commitment and athleticism of them. And Harry carrying the ball there like a little peanut belies his age as his celebration. Will Edwards, who very much created that one for him. Good running play, almost Dan Bibby-esque, but give him full credit. He's his own player and he's carving out his own nice little career as well. Great to see these young men flying.
Edwards has kicked a goal, and England go into the lead by 14-12. This is the bronze medal match. Now, you see number 4 with the familiar figure of Dan Norton coming onto the field. England might have to send one to the sideline, and they do. It's Circa, Callum Circa, who played so sharply in the first half, has gone to the sideline. The kick-off has gone 10 metres onto the Aussie side. Here they come, the Aussies. Running out of defence. Hutchison, they'll have him well covered. Kennewell. Norton makes a chasing tackle. Hutchison. That's Tim Anstey there. And they're bringing in the big guys. Here's Kennewell now. Away to Porch, 22-metre line. And taken there very quickly by Hutchison. He's very quick, he's very sharp.
This was wiry is the way to describe him, but this is how potent the Aussies can be. Always trying to keep the ball alive. That's when they're dangerous. The injuries really have taken the toll on this Australian team. We mentioned Stannard and Jenkins have also since then lost Lucas. They have not got many players. There's 3 on the bench. Use those substitutes wisely. They've allowed 5 of them, so they've got scope to bring players back on and off again. Saving energy. These last 4 minutes are some of the most mentally draining 4 minutes of rugby you will play.
So they lost the captain, John Porch. Liam McNamara getting it away to Kingston now. Yes, now it's going out to wide into the midfield. There is Kingston, Tom Kingston from Hutchison. It's still a lad too, Henry Hutchison.
And what's laughable is that the man with the ball now, Kingston, he's the veteran, he's 25.
And away it comes. Australia, well coached, well disciplined. Hutchison, good plans. Kingston, oh, good defence on him. Not many people get right past Rodwell. It's a bit loose there, and the referee calls it going forward.
I feel for the Aussies now, just the out-and-out tiredness kicking in. Your hands are greasy, the humidity plays a part, difficult to catch those balls, but they're still staying with the same tactics.
You can see it on his face, can't you? It's been a tough couple of days. It's very warm down there. One of the referees was telling me he was playing and blowing the whistle and running about, and after a couple of minutes he wanted to stop the game and bend over and put his hands on his knees and breathe in. But of course, being a referee, you have to look up and be full-bodied and present yourself, otherwise they think you're not fit. But it was that exhausting. Okay, here's Norton. Dan Norton, he knows he's got the gas to get around, but that is a fantastic chase by Charlie Taylor. He's got his own speed.
Well, it looked for all money that he had gone round Charlie Taylor there, but despairing dive. He kept with him, got the angle on him, commits at the right time, and look, if he tucked his shirt in, Dan Norton would have been away. But great play from Taylor. That's going to hurt the fingernails, isn't it?
Yeah, caught him by the coattails. McNamara throws. Anstey, and the good jump coming in for the Aussies by Dylan Peach. Now, What can they do with a minute and 40 to go? Oh, fumble again. And England can take advantage of this. Oh, but the happy Harry Glover is hit hard in midfield. He's got them in the lead with his try and the conversion. Flung out wide by Oliver Lindsay-Haig. And Australia is still trying incredibly in this game. They're giving it the full court press to try to close England out. That one got Norton stretching. He doesn't mind running to find space, Dan Norton. But here's Rodwell now to build up from the back. It's at half speed, but it soon won't be.
And they know they've got Norton on the far side. He's going to thrive at any opportunity he gets.
Lindsay-Haig and McNamara chases down Tom Bowen, and well, the sponsor of the event, HSBC, have been so hospitable, they won't mind too much.
Just incredible defence. You know, we're talking about serious levels of fatigue. He's managed to squeeze Bowen and throw him so far, he's almost on his way to Malaysia. What an effort from him.
Well, any exposure is good, I suppose. That's gone globally, and our coverage going to over 100 countries. Just seconds to go now, and England have got half a hand on the bronze medals. But Australia have the possession. McNamara has done a good roll there from the lineouts and scrums and rucks and mauls. And it's coming again. Hutchison has it. It's on the Aussie side. And they've got the penalty.
And there's the opportunity. This tests you now. You've got adrenaline flying, but you can barely breathe, yet alone see. Try and find opportunity. Keep the ball alive, Australia. One last shot.
McNamara, who scored one of their tries. They burst again. Is there space for their big, quick runners? That's Kingston down. That's the halfway line. They move it now through Taylor. They're getting it out to McNamara. They have two to the right. And it's a big run coming in here by Anstey. Great run by Tim Anstey, but fumble forward. And that could be it. Nick Malouf takes it across. Big disappointment for Australia. And celebration for England. Bronze medal match is over. And the men in white England have won it by 14 to 12. But once again, Australia put up a tremendous performance. And Phil Burgess, the England captain, can claim he's brought his team to the bronze medal. 14 to 12.